Oh, hey there. What's that? You want to talk about being enough? Yeah, let's do that. Hi, I'm Les Raymond with the Mindful Movement. Thanks for joining me today for another mindful tip. Today's tip is on being enough. And this video is basically a piggyback off our recent talks about being good enough. And the reason I wanted to spend another video on it is I think it's just really important. And I think we have all experienced moments in our life where we get stuck. And it could be in any category of life. But the underlying concept that's kind of holding us back is just the feeling of not being good enough. And it's really sneaky, like we're not necessarily aware of it. And being aware of it and paying attention is a practice, and that's what today's video is about. To practice the self-reflection to see where in our life might we feel this way. And that awareness is the first step to moving forward. So this could come from a lot of places. I think we all probably have experienced something in our past, something in our childhood maybe, where there was a time where even if we didn't consciously notice, that we didn't feel like we were good enough. Like we just didn't feel worthy of something. And as an adult, this can show itself in all kinds of categories of our life. If we don't feel like we're worthy of the success at work, it might keep us stuck down almost like an anchor where we procrastinate and we don't do the tasks that allows us to move forward in that direction. Or maybe with our health, like we don't feel like we're worthy of being healthy, so we hang on to something that's keeping us ill. Or we don't feel like we're worthy of love, so we don't behave in a relationship in a way that allows us to progress and build on love in that relationship. Or maybe we don't feel worthy of our success, so we self-sabotage in our financial behavior and maybe create habits. Anytime there's an addiction, oftentimes there is an underlying I'm not good enough in there. I'm not good enough for whatever, and I create a behavior to maybe smother that or push that aside or suppress the feelings that come with that. And it could that behavior could be anything. It could be online shopping or gambling or drugs or sex or whatever, any kind of addiction, or eating. I'm not worthy of being healthy, so I'll continue to eat this crap every day or whatever. And we just we're all guilty of it at some point in our life in some category, but you are good enough. And it's just really, really easy to forget. So today's video is about the remembering. Like, come home to remember that I am good enough. I am enough for whatever it is. And you always have been. And you always will be. And that can never be taken away. Regardless of what other people think, what society says you're supposed to do or supposed to be, that's all made up. The truth is, you are good enough. It's just easy to forget. So today's video is, me poking you to remember, to come home and remind yourself, and use a practice, use a tool. So our recent meditations on this are a tool. You can look in the mirror and just remind yourself, and tell yourself, I am good enough. Or maybe go back to a time in your life that you are aware that you felt maybe that you weren't good enough, and visit that. It could be that inner child, or that you from yesterday or yesteryear, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, and look at that child in the eye. Look at your previous self in the eye and let them know, hey, you are good enough. Remind them, and maybe heal some old wound to allow you to go forward. Lift the anchor and flow forward from here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you know anybody you think would benefit from it, please share it. And also, if you feel like you're in a place in your life where you have some stuckness and you just don't know how to navigate your way forward, and you would like some guidance on that process, we do have a couple options for you. Sarah does offer private one-on-one consultations where you get a custom hypnosis or guided meditation that you get to keep and listen to over and over and over and over, which is just an amazing tool. So if you're interested in that process, reach out to us and you can set that up. I also offer one-on-one coaching via phone or Skype. And sometimes it just takes a few sessions to get kind of on the right track and kind of reshape your life and have someone walk you through kind of looking at, what's going on now, where you want to go, and then what are the steps to take, breaking down the categories of life and creating a sense of process to each one so that there's application. So, what do I do today to go forward based on, where I want to go and what my desires are. So again, if you feel you're unstuck and you want support, you do have some support here. You do have options. And so please reach out if you have any interest in that. I hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the next one.